Hello everybody, my name is Cool Blue and I am back, finally, bringing you guys Viewer Replay Cast number 6. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be doing a random pubcast today. I most definitely will try to, but I have somewhere to go this weekend, so I have to pack today, I have to wash clothes, I have to make sure all my homework is done, which it is. And about yesterday was Wednesday, which is my hard day, as in I have a terrible time scheduling things because I have a class at night. So I posted on my feed. I'm not sure if anybody really reads it, but I posted on my feed that I was going to be posting videos anyway, and I didn't get a chance to post videos because sadly homework comes first. I know, it's a big sad story, but all that aside, I'm here now. I'm going to be creating more content as much as I can because I will not be casting anything this entire weekend because I will be in Raleigh at NC State. Go Wolfpack. Watching some of my friends do some ballroom dancing because I used to be a part of that group, and I want to just go and support them and say what's up. So that'll take up the entire weekend, so you probably won't see anything from me until Tuesday or Monday, depending on how fast my stuff uploads. But anyway, all that aside, we are jumping ourselves into this viewer replay cast. This was sent in to me by somebody. I'm not going to tell you because, as always, the typical assumption is that the person who sent it to you is the person who won. So if I tell you guys who won or who sent it to me, you probably figure, they won, so why watch it? I guess I should go ahead and state this is a relatively low-level game. I'm not sure what the level the players were when this game was first played, but I did take a peek at the levels before, and I think I saw like a level 4 and another level 4 and then maybe another level 4. So these guys are relatively low level. They're relatively new as far as I know, so we might see some pretty weird things. I'm not too sure if we'll actually see anything that we'll all agree with, but I will throw out a few hints if I see things that are becoming like a big problem, as I did before and as I did a few other times, providing a little bit of insight on the situation as far as I understand it. And if you'll excuse me, I need to take a sip of water because I don't know if my voice... Oh, okay, there it goes. Wait, no. Yeah, that was weird. So I decided to take a sip of honey before I started the cast, and it was like a piece of sticky spit stuck somewhere, and it's like under my tongue, but it won't go away. But anyway, let's not throw too many details out there. So since the dire side is all picked up, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce all the players, starting with this Night Stalker that I'm following. I'm stalking the Night Stalker, right? We have Calsopedia on that Night Stalker. Moving over to the lag side, because that was some pretty good lag. Moving over to the silencer, we have Ran on that silencer. As far as Lich goes, we have Donnie on that Lich, Matt Gaiman on that Zeus, and last but not least, we have Arborisa on that Lena. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but hey, why else do you guys watch my videos? That's right, to hear me butcher people's names. Woohoo! But anyway, moving over to the Radiant side, we have Fresh Meat on that Alchemist, followed by Orin on that Sven, and they're both going down to the bottom tower. Professor Kills on that Queen of Pain, so he's obviously got a PhD in killing. We have something I can't really pronounce. I think it might be spelling something in English, but I'm not even going to risk it. It looks like another language I'm not going to say. On that Ricky, and last but not least, we have that one guy, TY, on that Necrolite. Presumably playing support on him. I don't really know. As far as the lane matchups goes, I'm going to go ahead and start on bottom. We have a Sven Alchemist lane versus a Lena Zeus lane. This is I don't know. Sven is probably going to play that support, so it doesn't really matter. No, Sven's probably going to play that support. Alchemist is going to be playing that carry role. I'm assuming between Lena and Zeus is going to be pretty weird to see who really gets the farm. I think Zeus should get the farm in this situation because Lena doesn't really need all that much farm to do all that much damage. Meanwhile, going on to mid, actually no, going to top because we got a little bit of action going on top. So on to do a little bit of harassment damage on top of that Ricky. He's pretty fine. Moving on to the mid, we have Queen of Pain versus Night Stalker. So Night Stalker is going to look to get himself a quick level 6 so he can start ganking all around the map. When will he be getting his bottle? I do not really know, but I hope it's sometime soon. So that way it'll help him out when he's roaming. I'll actually go back to that bottle comment in a few seconds. Moving on to the top tower, we have a Necrolite Ricky versus a Lich Silencer. So this is a very dangerous lane for Ricky at least. But before I explain why that is, Sven just popped himself a healing salve, but it went away. Creep aggro. Creeps do pop your keep your salves off of you. So he is now sad. He's not going to get that full HP regen, and he's probably wondering what is going on. But yeah, but as far as Riki goes, between Lich and Silencer, they can pretty much nuke him down pretty darn fast. Lich can throw those frost bites or frost blasts on top of him every single time, and then Silencer would just throw his last word on him. Riki's not going to have anything to cast. He can throw out a blink strike so he can get himself silenced, but it was the last word, or curse of silence or something. But anyway, I'm seeing a lot of people go low. I'm not sure who's going to die. Riki does go down to the Lich, following. No, Alchemist decides to throw out a stun. He will begin to kill on the Lina. Pretty well played on his part. Lina buys back as soon as she can. She is angry. She wants blood, and she wants to burn somebody. Meanwhile, Night Stalker's taking a lot of damage from his Queen of Pain, but it doesn't really matter. Queen of Pain can just blink away. Just so long as she's not silent, she's pretty much good in this lane. Night Stalker's going to have a pretty tough time, or he has a pretty tough time in general. And now that I look at it, there's no courier on the side of Dire. That is a big blunder for those guys, because that means Night Stalker's not going to be able to have items come to him. A lot of times a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not the support, so I'm not going to buy the courier." But at the end of the day, the courier is for everybody. So if you really have to, just go ahead and buy that courier. Why not? Oh, going back to that bottle statement I was making earlier, I'm really glad to see these guys didn't go bottle first, because bottle first is a terrible idea, mainly because that's a big commitment. That's 600 gold, which is pretty darn expensive. That means you have 3 gold left, and you can't really spend it on anything else. So unless you're just that good at getting last hits without getting harassed so much, you're just going to have a hard time. The much safer route to go, oh god, Alchemist taking a lot of damage. He got stunned over by Lina, and Zeus is also there to do a lot of damage. Spin will also be going down. So a kill going to the Zeus and the Lina. Very well played on their parts. Lina landed her stun, and they probably just stood still. I think Alchemist might have stunned himself as well. I'm not too sure. But as far as going bottle first, it's very dangerous because, a much better path to get to the bottle, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, is to go ahead and build yourself 3 tree branches, and 1 tango. You will have, I don't remember how much gold you have left, but you have probably about halfway to bottle. So that way you won't be delaying it too much, but you also have that safety net. So just in case, like, say your lane's going super well. I think I explained this in the comments to one of my viewers. Say your lane is going super well, you can just go ahead and build yourself boots so you can roam and gank a lot easier. Or say your lane is going that well, and Night Stalker won himself a fast urn. He can just decide, instead of building the bottle after he gets those 3 branches and that 1 tango, he can just go ahead and start building his urn. So in general, you don't want to go bottle first, because there are better routes to get to that bottle. If you really want bottle that fast, just buy yourself 1 set of tangos and go to lane, and then have the courier bring you a bottle. Speaking of which, the Dire do not have a courier just yet, so that's still pretty darn bad for them. Lich is taking a lot of damage from the Silencer. He could just cast Death Pulse and be done with it. Death Pulse does cost 145 mana, but I would much prefer, it'll probably be more preferred over taking all that damage. Anyway, take a look at the items. Wait, hold on. Here, Alchemist stun. Alchemist stun is getting thrown. He's about to throw it on the corner. Spin's getting chased by somebody, but Alchemist needs to hurry up and get around that corner. He needs to find a target. He stuns himself right in front of Zeus, and Zeus runs the opposite direction. Now it's on. Lina throws out the stun. She misses everybody. Spin's in a lot of trouble. He's taking a lot of damage. Will he be able to get it out? I do not think so. If they attack him one more time. Okay, one more time at that. There you go. He's dead. And meanwhile, Riki's taking a lot of damage. So Riki not really having any gold, or not really having any items, which is actually a pretty bad thing. Like I said, I think I said this a few times ago. One hallmark of a person who's relatively new to Dota is they buy themselves a lot of salves, they buy themselves a lot of tangos, and they buy themselves a lot of clarities, as opposed to just building some regen. So as you can see, Riki has himself 2 healing salves and 4 clarities, or sorry, two healing salves and 1 clarity. Instead of doing that, he can do it. Well, not exactly what Lina is doing, but he can just basically give himself some better regen. But meanwhile, we got engagement going on. But Alchemist is stuck around the corner. He can't deny himself with this ability. He decides he knows he's gonna go ahead and go for the kill on Night Stalker. He gets the last hit, and he gets the kill. Night Stalker's sad, and Zeus could potentially Zeus is out of mana. If Zeus had mana, he can just drop 1 Thunderbolt and kill him. Meanwhile, Alchemist uses that salve. I do not really agree with that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's about 6 minutes to the game. Salves aren't really all that effective anymore, in my personal opinion. Alchemist could have alternatively just activated his ulti. His ulti gives him some pretty darn good regen. He needs to go ahead and activate that stun. Queen of Pain comes around from the side. She gets to scream on top of Zeus, and Zeus goes down. And there's Alchemist stun a little late. Yeah, pretty darn late. He stuns himself, but it doesn't matter. He won't be taking too much damage. Meanwhile, Lina has herself boots and a void stone. Now, like I was arguing before, Regen is a very important thing. I can see Ricky doesn't really have any, but Lina has some really good regen. At the same time, I don't know. It's all relative to the situation. I'm glad that Lina built herself that voice stone, but voice stone is actually pretty expensive. There's some more in between items that she could potentially get, but I'm not gonna be too nitpicky here. She got herself regen. I'm happy. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anyways, enough about regen, because I don't wanna just talk about regen all game. Yeah, Ricky, please buy yourself some items. Branches. Iron branches, even though they don't seem like they do a lot, they do help out a tiny bit. They help out much more than having nothing. You have four empty inventory slots. Those could be filled with branches and give you 4 times 3, 12 stats, 12 whole stats to survive and do more damage. But now Ricky decides to not do anything. He says, nah bro, I don't need it. Anyway, moving on to the gold graph, because things are getting a little bit interesting. As you see, the Dire had a huge advantage. That was primarily because of those kills that Lina got down here. Lina and Zeus got, but it did start coming back in their favor when Lina and Zeus started dying. Meanwhile, Alchemist activates his ulti. He has a stun coming up. Will he be able to hit anybody? I don't know. He's going to go ahead and throw it on top of Lina. Lina's in a lot of trouble. She's taking a lot of damage. Sven could throw a follow-up stun. There goes the follow-up stun on 2. Very nice. Very well played. They get the kill on top of Zeus. On top of Lina. Zeus is nuking down Sven. He does a lot of damage and he goes down. Nice stalker. Comes around from the backside. He's trying to kill the Alchemist. Alchemist is trying to run away from his life with his life. He has his face boots up. He eats a tree. And he is good. He is safe, people. That's what I call a double play. 2 people died, but nobody else. Anyway, so item progression. Alchemist has himself phase boots. That's pretty good for him. Ricky, you really need to stop investing in salves. Just go ahead and buy yourself some HP regen and be done with it. Right now your regen is 1.5. You can just buy yourself a ring of health and have 4.5, which is actually pretty darn good. It'll pretty much pay for itself because it's always on. I haven't done actual numbers. Meanwhile, Silencer goes down top. Looks like he was trying to dive on top of the Lich, or maybe he was trying to dive on top of the Ricky, but he goes down regardless. No, he's trying to dive on the Necrolite. Necrolite's able to make it out alive. He pops the Death Pulse, heals himself up. Death Pulse is a really nice ability on Necrolite, mainly because it's a nice AoE heal, and it's technically a nuke. It's not really a nuke. I mean, it only hits for 275. That's kind of a low level nuke. But anyway, Queen Pain comes on the corner. She does not have enough mana for Scream, but she did have enough mana earlier. One more blink and she'll be able to get this kill. She's good. Nope. Lich dies to the dagger. I did not realize that at all. But anyway, Ricky once again has himself 2 healing salves and 2 clarities. This is not an efficient use of gold. If you just calculate how much gold Ricky has used on top of those for those clarities and stuff. We got games going up. Alchemist going to initiate with the stun on top of Zeus. There's an ulti from Lina on top of Alchemist, but it does no damage. This is stun from Lina stopping everybody. Zeus ultis, and they're trying to do as much damage as they can. Alchemist is very close to coming down. Zeus could. No, he cannot. He's out of mana. And Alchemist is going down to the machine gun Lina. Lina decides to invest inside of her fiery soul and one more auto attack or one more stun in the woods, and she'll be able to get it. But no, she's going to decide not to. Alchemist, he's going to be denying himself with this unless he comes out and uses it on Lina. But even that is risky. Nope, he decides to throw on top of Lina. Lina's in a little bit of trouble. Sven does have a stun to follow up. Will he be throwing it? I don't know. Sven, throw your stun. Throw your stun. No, he does not throw his stun. He decides to back away. Alchemist did TP out. Ricky does go down top. But other than that, I'm just really focused on this down here. Sven would have got the kill on top of Lina. All he had to do was throw a stun on top of her and hit her a few times, and should have been gone. Now it looks like he could potentially lose his life. Luckily, Zeus did use his ulti earlier, so he does not have it right now. But if Zeus had his ulti, there'll be one dead Sven. Speaking of ultis, let's go and take a look at the levels, because they have probably changed much. Ricky's only level 4. He does not have his invisibility yet, and he has himself 2 health pots and 2 clarities. I'm gonna reinforce this point as much as I can, guys. This is what not to do. No offense to the player, Ricky. He's, like I said, this is a relatively low level game, so I am probably gonna be throwing out more pointers and tips than I normally would. But Ricky, as far as what Ricky's doing, don't do that. Let's just assume that Ricky's been buying 2 salves every 2 minutes. That's essentially 1,000 gold that he spent on top of salves, because salves cost 100 gold each, and it's been 10 minutes. So Ricky's investing a lot of money in salves, and it's not paying out for him at all. He keeps dying. He keeps trying to use the salve, but he's taking too much damage. Basically, Lich throws a Frost Blast on him, and Silencer throws the last word and a Curse of Silence, and salve won't be able to activate on Ricky because Ricky doesn't have anything to cast his ability. Well, he can cast his Blink Strike on top of a creep to get rid of that silence, but he's still gonna be taking damage. regardless of how you look at the situation. And Lich and Silencer are pretty much happy. They're getting fed pretty well. If we take a look at the net worth, we'll probably see them at the highest. No Alchemist at the highest. I forgot there's an Alchemist in the game. Alchemist is playing relatively well. He does not have any regen on his persons just yet. I'm assuming he's going to be building a Vanguard, which will give him some good regen. I'm not sure if I really agree with the Vanguard, but whatever. Meanwhile, we got Lina trying to throw a stun on top of Sven. Sven dodges, and Alchemist comes around the corner. He activates his stun. He's charging it up. He's going to catch a Zeus. Zeus is in trouble. There's a Sven stun coming up to follow up, doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Lina's going to go ahead and chase his Necro. The Necrolite goes down before he can go invis, and a Perseverance up on Lina. She's going to be building that Bloodstone. There's a lot of damage being done on top of Sven. Sven is stunned or silenced. There's no more mana on top of Night Stalker. He can activate his ulti, that's about it. But no, he gets a kill anyway. And there's a double kill for the Night Stalker. There's a Zeus ulti to that spotted everybody. Ricky, did you go down? Nope. But anyway, Queenie Pain's going to TP down bottom. She has her ulti. She can't just turn around and use it on top of the. Yes, there she goes. She uses it on top of the Night Stalker. She gets a kill on Night Stalker. And Lina's going to run away while she can. The Fiery Soul just ran out, so her movement speed just ran out as well. Items are not really all too impressive as expected. Sven is building himself power tries by the looks of it. This is no, yeah, okay, he has the power tries now. Perfect timing, right? But despite that, you guys saw that glove of haste that he had. One suggestion that I highly agree with is to never really go or never go for that glove of haste, because glove of haste gives you 15 attack speed, which is not much. Versus going for that stat efficient item. A stat efficient item is basically going for a belt of strength, going for a band of Elven skin, or possibly a robe of the Magi. That way, Necrolite, you need. Oh man, Necrolite is going to be going down to this combination. There's an ulti from Lich just to make sure he gets the kill. Necrolite, whenever you get hit with that. Whenever you get hit with that silence, that last word from Silencer, you can still cast a spell, so that way you won't be taking any damage. That's just a basic, basic lack of understanding of the characters. Once again, it's a relatively low of a game. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that during this game, but I'm just trying to make sure you guys know that weird things will be happening. Like Ricky jumping in the cloud, he doesn't have his ulti yet. He's about to go down to the Zeus. Zeus can just auto attack it one more time. He'll be going down. Queen of Pain comes in to try to save his life, but she almost goes down in the process. She was pretty darn low to begin with, and now the top tower from Radiant's getting engaged on. I was gonna look at another graph. No. XP per minute. The XP graph. Let's look at that. So the XP. Ooh, there's ulti from Silencer. I don't know for what reason. He just uses it just cause. That was a pretty. Global Silence is a really good spell for Silencer, but not when you just use it all haphazardly. Night Stalker is coming up top. He does have his ulti up. He can use it to help him catch up, but no, he's going to decide against it. He's built himself face boots. Oh, speaking of boots, I was talking about power charts. So the stat efficient item is better because it gives you damage, and it also gives you like strength or intelligence or something like that. Meanwhile, Lina does go down bottom to the Alchemist Sven combination. It looks like Sven didn't have enough time to throw out his Storm Hammer, but Lina did still go down. So whenever you're building trades, just go ahead and build that 450 item first instead of building those gloves, because gloves is not really all that effective. It gives you, like I said, it gives you 15 attack speed, and it's not really much. Anyway, as far as what else I can talk about around the game, if you're playing a hero and you have no items and you're so confused that you don't know what's going on, just go ahead and build yourself as many iron branches as possible and then walk around. That way people can at least say, okay, he built some kind of item. I'm not really sure what Ricky's going to be building, but he has died a lot. If we take a look at the kills, deaths, and assists, we can see that Ricky has 5 deaths and 0 kills and 0 assists to his name. Meanwhile, we got Engage going down bottom. We got Sven throwing out the stun on top of Lina, making sure she doesn't do any damage. Alchemist has a stun to follow up. Lina goes down to the stun, and Alchemist taking aggro from the tower. Will he be able to make it out? I'm pretty sure he will be able to. He has those space boots. And here's Zeus trying to come around the corner. Zeus ulti is up. Zeus can ulti to try to kill the Sven and the Alchemist if he knows how low they are. It looks like he's searching for him, but no, the creeps are going to shoot him away very nicely. So these guys got away with their life. These guys got away with murder, essentially. One thing I will point out, I'm really glad to see that somebody is buying wards. Although they haven't really placed them just yet. Queen of Pain's going to go ahead and take the damage. And she's also going to take the silence from that last word. I think last word does not do damage if you cast a spell. I'm not too sure. Last word. Let's go ahead and read this ability since we're here. It chants a target dealing enchants a target, damaging and silencing them if they cast a spell. If the enchantment expires, the target will be disarmed in addition to being damaged and silenced. Okay, so you'll always take the damage regardless of how it's going, how it goes on you. So that was my misunderstanding of the ability. But even still, the silence is, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter because the silence and the disable don't really. Typically when somebody gets hit with it, they're just running away anyway. Like that. Like he was just running away. He doesn't really need to be not disarmed. Or armed. He doesn't really need to be armed. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, Lena, it looks like she's building herself a bloodstone. She's continuously throwing out. Oh my gosh, Queen of Pain does go down to that combination. I thought she got away, but she blinked a little bit too short. Lena was able to throw out the follow-up Dragon Slave and get the kill on her. But as I was saying, whoa, where's Necrolite? Necrolite, you were pretty low. Necrolite, you have Death Pulse. Spam that. Also, another thing, when you play Necrolite, when you get a last hit, you basically get some pretty decent or some pretty killer regen because you got the kill. See what I did there? But take advantage of that. Try to get as many last hits as possible. Meanwhile, we got Lena coming around the corner trying to get this Alchemist spin, and Alchemist are going to be able to take his tower. Lena's in a little bit of trouble. She's going to throw out stun. She catches both of them. Very nice, very well played on her part. And she has in fact maxed her Fiery Soul. Meanwhile, we got Night Stalker TPing out because he knows he can. Ricky's finally got to that level 6. So he can activate his ulti, and oh my gosh, we got a fight going down. But I'm so sorry I'm missing this. Lena's going to go down. Spin did go down to the ulti from Zeus, and now Zeus will be going down to his Alchemist regardless of what. No, Night Stalker comes around from the backside, and they both still go down. Night Stalker taking some damage from that acid spray. That was a pretty weird engagement to begin. All in all, Ricky has no items. Come on, Ricky, buy something. Buy boots. Boots are helpful. Boots are useful. Don't just buy healing salves and clarities because that's not a good idea. Buy some passive regen. Passive regen is extremely valuable. To be honest, I think. Oh no, we got an engagement coming on Necrolite. There's a cloud from Ricky, and Silencer's in a little bit of trouble. He does have his ulti up in a few seconds. Or sorry, he does have his ulti up, so he can't use it if he really needs to. Ricky's gonna go ahead and turn around and walk away. And Spin's come around the corner. Here's Spin, throw out a stun. They will get a kill. Nope, they decided not to. They decided against my best wishes. Silencer does go ahead and eat a tree, and he throws the last word on top of somebody. He throws the last word on top of Spin, so Spin will be disarmed, and now he will be scared. Night Stalker's coming around the corner to see if he can catch up. Another thing about one tip about Night Stalker: whenever you play Night Stalker, as soon as nighttime happens, activate your ulti, so that way you can extend the nighttime. And then typically the nighttime won't end before your cooldown comes back off cooldown, even at your first point. So at level 6, use it as soon as nighttime starts. Nighttime lasts longer than 2 minutes, or sorry, 3 minutes. So you can, and then the cool thing about that, if you time it really correctly, or if you time it really right, you can actually use nighttime 3 times on the first spell. Anyway, this engagement coming on. Alchemist is stunned up by the Lena, but oh my God, is Lena doing so much damage to the Spin? But ulti from Zeus able to do a lot of damage to everybody else, and here's Necrolite going down. Alchemist also went down in that fight. That was a pretty haphazard fight. All in all, the magic damage did win out. Between Lich ulti, between Zeus ulti, and between Lena ulti, everybody went down pretty darn fast. They went down faster, in fact, than Kunkka's ship. But anyway, Ricky finally has an item. He's building himself a quarterstaff. He's trying to build a butterfly first. I do not agree with that at all. But anyway, Ricky's going to go down. Regardless of what happens, at least he built something. I'll give him credit for that. But going butterfly first is not a good idea. I'm assuming he was just saving up to see if he can go for a butterfly, because butterfly is really the only thing that Ricky, or butterfly is a really nice item on Ricky if he has other items in addition. Going straight for those big items is not necessarily a good idea, or not ever a good idea. In fact, I can actually talk on that a little bit. I think I will, because I know a few things. I heard a few things. But anyway, the things that you should not rush for when you first start a game. One, boots, for the obvious reason of boots aren't really efficient. They give you they give you 50 movement speed, which is actually pretty crappy. But even still, they give you 50 movement speed that costs 450 gold, and then you can get other items. You can get yourself 6 branches instead of getting the boots, and the branches will help you out much more than the boots will. Because if you get stunned, those boots aren't going to be helping you. If you're trying to do damage to somebody, those boots are going to help you stay with them. Yeah, sure, but they're not going to help you do damage. If you get 6 branches, which I don't recommend either, if you get 6 branches, 6 whole entire branches, that's giving you 6 more damage, 6 more HP, 6 more mana. But anyway, or increase your mana pool. Meanwhile, we got an engagement coming on top of this Lich. Lich is in a lot of trouble. He's stuck in the cloud. He is silenced, and he is going to run away. Night Stalker's going to turn around, see if he can get a kill spin. He does get the kill spin. Ulti from Necrolite, killing the insta-giving the Zeus, or insta-giving the Night Stalker. And there is the Death Pulse coming from Necrolite. Necrolite is building himself a mechanism by the looks of it. Alchemist is coming around the corner. Where are you, Alchemist? Alchemist is trying to see if he can find anybody. Ricky is back. He is a relatively low level, so he can stay alive. He's going to throw a stun on top of Lina. Lina is going to a lot of trouble. Zeus is trying to do what he can to keep him away, but no, Alchemist will not be stopped. And Zeus is in quite a bit of trouble. More trouble than I thought he was in before. Alchemist's stun is back up. Is he going to pop it? Yes, he's going to go ahead and pop it out. Silence is going to try to silence him. Alchemist needs to go ahead and throw a stun. Okay, here I threw a stun. He threw a stun on top of Lich. He threw a stun on top of Lich and got the kill on him. He did take a silence for that, which is not really... No, wait. Okay, he threw a stun before Silencer activated last word on him. So that makes sense. But anyway, there's a nice big juicy creep wave up top. Who's going to come to farm it? It looks like the Queen of Pain's coming to farm it, but I'm not too sure. She herself is building Tread. She's also building Dagon. Dagon, for all intents and purposes, is a highly respectable item, but I still think it's a very bad item for anybody to build, but I have been proven wrong. I'm just saying, if you ever see a Dagon 5 on Pugna, run, because it hurts a lot, people. I've actually experienced that once. I might cast it, no, I probably won't cast it again. That game was actually pretty bad. For me, that game was pretty bad. We lost. There goes spoilers, so I won't show it. But anyway, Alchemist is going to try to do as much damage as he can to silence him. He throws out a spell, so he is silenced instead of disarmed, and there's Alchemist getting a free kill, plus 8 to that Goblin Greed, or sorry, Grieval Greed. Let me go ahead and take a quick look at the items, because those are progressing. Like I said, Ricky is building himself that... Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Ricky's building himself a butterfly by the looks of it. He has a quarterstaff. He's getting ready to build that. He might think that's all he really needs to help his team win, but no, Ricky, Diffusal Blade is a much better choice. It's a more better choice. There you go. Diffusal Blade is a more better choice, people. Primarily because Diffusal Blade would give you some type of a way to kill or contribute to your team, some type of way to help people kill or help you get kills. If you go straight for the butterfly, one, don't ever go straight for Eagle Song. Don't ever go straight for Reaver. Don't ever go straight for the Mantle of Intelligence, I think that's what it's called. Mantle of Intelligence. Oh wait, hold on. Night Stalker's doing Roshan. What's new? Night Stalker's doing Roshan without any lifesteal. It's gonna take him a long time. His team's finally coming out to rotate. Lich could throw the ice armor on him and help him out, but no, he doesn't have a point in. Anyway, so I was talking about the butterfly. Don't ever go for Eagle Song first. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I forgot the name of the item. Jeez, my memory is all over the place, guys. I blame homework. When I do homework, bad things happen. Like, I forget stuff. Mystic Staff. That's what it's called. Don't ever rush any of those items, mainly because those items give you 25 stat, 25 of a stat, a single stat. Even if a Reaver, don't go straight for Reaver, because Reaver gives you 25 strength, which translates into 25 times 0.04, which is about 1 HP regen, I think, or 0.1 regen. Is that 0.1? I think it's 0.1 regen, which is not really good at all. 0.1 regen is pretty crappy. Meanwhile, we got Ricky getting engaged upon. He is silenced. He is disabled. He does go down. Lina was able to get the kill with her Dragon Slave. And I will finish my thought after this fight goes away. Mechanism activated by Necrolite. He did have the mechanism. He was able to use it. And we got so much in the background. This guy's just going to go ahead and push that creep wave. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain decided not to finish her Dagon, instead build a Perseverance. I think she's going to go ahead and build herself a Linkosphere as well. You need to finish that Dagon if you're going to be building it, because it will be useful for you to have, especially in these team fights coming up. Even though it's not a Dagon level 5, it's still a Dagon. It's an extra source of damage. Anyway, Sven's coming in. He's taking a lot of damage. He could activate that War Cry to get rid of it, but no. This is silence activated by Silencer. Everybody silenced up. Alchemist will be stunning himself, but it's not enough damage to kill himself. Meanwhile, Night Stalker is going to continue to run away. They did get Roshana. I was not paying attention to that. Sorry about that, guys. But they did get Roshan, so his age is up on top of the Night Stalker. Night Stalker is feeling a little bit brave. He can go and die. But no. Scream of Pain thrown out by Queen of Pain on top of 2. They're able to get out. Lina's going to be able to make it out as well. Queen of Pain's a little bit angry. Alchemist has his stun up. He's going to be probably be thrown on Lina and get the kill on Lina. Turn around, try to get the kill on Night Stalker, but no, they're not able to get the kill. There's a Curse of Silence on top of Alchemist. Alchemist is going to be taking it looks to be a disable, and he will not be able to do any damage. He's going to follow. He activates that magic wand so he can get himself a little bit of burst regen. Meanwhile, Zeus is mid. Zeus, what are you doing here? You just saw your team run. No, get out. Zeus, you're going to die. No, Zeus, there's a stun coming from Alchemist. Alchemist will not be able to get the stun in time. He's going to be stunning himself. Meanwhile, Zeus is going to continue to get chased, and Alchemist is going to be right around the corner to see that he's there. Zeus Tornado Sticks himself. It's not enough. Zeus, it's not enough. He activates his ulti and he goes down. He tried to do as much damage as he could. It almost worked out, but no. The regen from Alchemist's ulti, which gives him crazy regen, if you guys didn't notice that, is actually keeps him alive. Anyways, I was talking about the other item. Don't go for those big items first because it gives you 25 in one stat, which is not good at all. You can get a different item, like for the price of a magic staff. Let's say you're an intelligence hero, and you want to build that magic staff to get ready to try to rush that Scythe of Eyes. The reason why you don't want to go for that is because, one, there's a much better item. Instead of getting this 25 intelligence, which increases your mana pool, at low levels, if you're an intelligence hero, typically you're not going to have that much HP to begin with, so you really need something like a bracer, something to make you survivable. And you also need some form of regen, you also need some form of HP regen, some form of mana regen. You need some form of other stuff as opposed to just 25 intelligence, because 25 damage early on is actually not all that incredible. Most people have a base attack damage of like 60 or 50 or something if they're lucky. So say your intelligence, you built that and your base damage is 60. 60 plus 25 is 85 damage. Okay, cool, you can do 85 damage, but all the enemy has to do is just turn around and slap you in the face 2 times and you're probably dead. So it's much safer and much more logical for you to go for something else besides that big item. That's why you never go those items. Anyway, we got Ricky. He's trying to go on these guys, but he's not doing any damage at all. He has a quarterstaff who gives him additional 9 damage, I think. Oh, sorry, it gives him an additional 10 damage and 10 attack speed, which is cool and all, but it does not count for his backstab. Backstab only goes for stats. And there's, oh my gosh, Alchemist stuns himself in a very bad spot. Everybody's going to engage on him. This is ulti from Zeus. He sees everybody. This ulti from Lich is going to bounce on 2. Ricky's going to, oh, not Ricky. One of these guys is going to be going down. No, Ricky's going to continue to run. He's not silenced, so he is pretty much good. And Queen of Pain comes around the corner. Her ulti is up. She can just throw it out on him if she really wants to. Sven activated his war cry, or activated his ulti, because he wants to go in and do damage. There is a last word thrown about silencer, stun thrown out by Sven, beautiful stun, but everybody dodges just in time, and Night Stalker's about to go down. But no, these guys are deciding to play very passive. These guys are deciding to play very back and forth. As far as Lena, I really like the fact that you did build yourself arcane boots while you're building that bloodstone. I'm not sure if you did it on purpose, but it's definitely a good idea. I would have preferred to see you build that that mana booster, or whatever it's called. Mana booster? Let's just call it a mana booster. I would have preferred to see energy booster. I would prefer to see you build that energy booster first so you can hurry up and get those boots, because your spells do cost a lot of mana and you can spam them out pretty darn well. But long story short, you got boots, you got upgraded boots, and you're building that bloodstone. Pretty decent path. Just please don't buy another energy booster, because if you do, I will laugh. No offense to you, but I'll just laugh. But anyway, middle tower is being sieged by Dire, and everybody is pretty much going back and forth. Speaking of back and forth, let me take a look at the gold graph. It's heavily in favor of the Dire, mainly because the Radiant have been losing all the team fights. That's really it. And also the Dire have there's no tower advantage at all. So this is all kills, guys. This goal right here is all kills. Dire's got these kills down here, and Radiant has those kills up there. So I mean, the kill discrepancy is pretty darn huge. There's Sven about to go down, but no, Lena's gonna chase him, see if she can catch him. She will be able to catch him with her long range. Meanwhile, there was a Zeus went down mid, and also a Night Stalker went down mid. Aegis just popped. He will be back up. Will he be able to do anything? I do not think so. Necrolite throws out the ulti. He gets a kill on top of the Lich, so Lich was not able to make it out, and now Night Stalker's running for his life. Night Stalker just turned to nighttime so he can move faster. Just turn to nighttime. No, he's gonna die. He's gonna decide to take his life, or he's gonna decide to lose his life. So Night Stalker going down twice in that fight. No, another pointer for Night Stalker. You are Night Stalker. You use your ulti. Your ulti costs 0 mana at all, and it lasts for. It doesn't really matter how much it lasts. The fact is, it costs 0 mana. It costs you absolutely nothing, but increases nighttime, which makes you much better at fighting. You have maxed Hunter in the night, so you probably want to be nighttime. Actually, to be honest, like I would much prefer to see you go ahead and. I'm sorry. We have a silencer going down mid. I kind of saw that coming. I didn't bother actually casting that one. Sorry, guys. But yes, as far as your ulti goes, just go ahead and use it. It makes you move faster. It makes you attack faster. It makes you. Well, it just makes you move faster and attack faster, which is actually pretty incredible. Meanwhile, Zeus activates the tornado stick, and there's Alchemist stunning himself. Lich is around the corner. He has his ulti. He throws it out. There's only one target, so it's not much damage. And Alchemist ulti runs out the worst possible time. He needs to survive for another few seconds. He could activate his ulti so he can deny himself. I'm not sure if he really knows how to do that, but no, he's gonna get. Okay, I was about to say he's gonna get denied by neutral creeps. But now Zeus decided to come down the corner, or Zeus actually able to get the last spell on top of him. There's a stun thrown out from Sven. It hits on 3. This is a really good engagement. Ricky throws out a cloud. He's building himself. Okay, he's building himself an Orchids, which is actually really weird. But even if it wasn't just an Orchids, even if it wasn't just an Orchids, it's still pretty weird for Ricky. Meanwhile, Zeus throwing down a few nukes. He's able to get vision of Ricky. Ricky taking a lot of damage from that. I'm not sure if Ricky knows this, but whenever Zeus throws down his thunderbolts, he gets a true sight, or there's a true sight area around the thunderbolt area. So whenever he casts on top of a creep, like he's about to cast it now. Come on, cast it now. Cast it. Come on, Zeus, you can do it. Zeus, cast it, you get a free kill. Okay, he decides not to cast it just to prove me wrong. Darn you, Zeus. But anyway, if he would have thrown a thunderbolt down, Ricky would have pretty much been dead because Zeus would have true sight of that area and they can see people, so they can pretty much kill him. I think it gives him true sight for 3 seconds or something like that. Something quite ridiculous. Okay, I don't know how long the true sight lasts, but it just gives him true sight in that area. Meanwhile, the bottom tower is getting pushed by the Dire. The Dire looks like they're trying to push all the lanes. Queen of Pain is pushing the top lane. She's building herself what looks to be... Oh, sorry. She's still building that Linkosphere. If you're not going to build the item, don't buy the recipe. The recipe is the most useless piece of anything. And I really wish Night Stalker would activate his ulti right now. Whenever you activate... Oh, that's another thing. Whenever you're playing Night Stalker and you activate your ulti, just in case you guys didn't know, it does not increase the nighttime. It basically stops time where it's at. And then after it runs out, then nighttime goes. Or then the current time goes. So if you use it during the daytime and say it's like... say the daytime timer, I'm sorry, I'm talking about this time right here. Say it's daytime and it's at 6 a.m. Oh, sorry, let's say 10 a.m. If it's at daytime, it's at 6 a.m. What it'll do, you activate your ulti, it stops the time at 6 a.m. or 10 a.m. Is it 10? Yeah, it stops the time at 10 a.m. and then it turns into nighttime. And then after that nighttime's in, it resumes the time. It resumes the day-night cycle at the 10 a.m. mark. So we got a bit of engagement going down. Silencer is stunned up. He does have his ulti, but it doesn't matter. He goes down pretty fast. There was an ulti thrown by Lena on top of Necrolite. Necrolite went down. Meanwhile, Alchemist is trying to do all the damage they can. Lit's ulti thrown is bouncing. It only hit bounces once. Curry is here as well. Alchemist is silenced up, and he's about to go down. Queen of Pain did throw her ulti. I'm not sure who she caught, but anyway, I was about to say the regen from Alchemist saving his life, but it was not enough. He does finally go down to the auto attacks, and Queen of Pain just blink away. Just blink away, honey. Just blink away. Just blink away. You got him. All right, cool. Blink away. And be safe. She does have enough gold for her Linkosphere. All she needs is a recipe right now. She has 1,500 gold in her bank account, so she can definitely afford that. Where's the Linkosphere? So she can definitely afford that because the Linkosphere only costs 13.25. So boom, there's a Linkosphere up on the Queen of Pain. Wait, where'd it go? Queen of Pain. What? Buy the Linkosphere. Come on, Queen of Pain. There we go. Yes, there we go. Okay, cool. Queen of Pain, prove me wrong. Or prove me right. Jeez, I'm so used to saying I'm wrong. She proved me right. She bought a Linkosphere. I predicted that correctly. Heck yeah. Now, meanwhile, let me take a look at the items because these items has gotten very interesting. Ricky finally has himself some... Ricky's building all damage items. Okay, so just in case you guys didn't... Or once again, another tip, a pointer for all the new people out there. Ricky's an agility hero, so he can build an agi item to give him damage and also give him whatever other benefits agility gives him. Instead of building the damage items. As far as the damage items go, as I told you guys earlier, backstab only gives him more damage only gives him more damage based on his agility. So instead of spending that gold on the damage, which is not going to help out his backstab at all, as is increasing this bonus damage over here, it needs to increase this. Oh, you can't see my mouse. It needs to increase the white number, not the green number. If it increases the green number, then the white number won't count. Oh, sorry. If it increases the green number, then the green number is added on after the damage is calculated. So, okay, I guess to better explain that, the white number is what's used to multiply by 1 agility to give him bonus damage. And then the bonus damage is added on to whatever that total is. So basically, building Blades of Attacks would give you 9 damage each, and also a Quarterstaff would give you 10 damage. So that's a whole, what is that, 28 damage? There's a whole 28 damage extra that he's not getting because of that backstab. If he would have built, instead of building 28 damage, he would have built 28 agility. Then he'll have additional 28 times 2, which is some number I can't think of. Necrolite is getting engaged on. He activates his mechanism. He is silenced 2 times over, and he's losing mana, but it doesn't matter. I think he got a last hit or something. He's trying to run away. Night Stalker's doing a lot of slows on top of him, and there he goes. He finally goes down. Night Stalker has himself a BKB, by the way. Meanwhile, we got a weird engagement about to happen. Linkosphere up on Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain's Linkosphere was popped. Ricky is just going to hang out. And now Queen of Pain's getting chased. She will be going down before she's able to turn around and ulti. There she goes. She goes down. She lost 2 intelligence for that engagement. Alchemist comes around the corner. Alchemist is relatively farmed, and Night Stalker's taking quite a bit of damage. He can't activate BKB if he really needs to, but he's not going to. There's the last word thrown on top of Alchemist. Alchemist is silenced up, and now he's sad. Meanwhile, Sven did go down to the Night Stalker in the middle of nowhere. But yes, okay. So items. Let me go ahead and talk about the items before I talk about anything else. The mechanism up on Necrolite, very good item for you. Necrolite always meshes well with that mechanism for some apparent reason. I really don't know why. I need to go and brush up on my Necrolite. As far as Sven goes, looks like Sven is building himself a BKB. He went for the Ogre Club first so he can get some more strength, get some more damage, get some more HP. As far as Alchemist, he built himself a Vlad's for his team. Vlad's is a pretty decent item for you. Because you do a lot of damage. He also built himself a Hood of Defiance. He noticed the fact that there's a lot of magic damage on the side of the Dire. Almost all of the damage comes from magic damage. Oh my gosh, Night Stalker activated BKB. BKB does not protect you from that bash. It does not protect you from physical damage, Night Stalker. So Night Stalker uses BKB. It will be off, or it will be on cooldown whenever Ricky comes around the corner. I really hope that Ricky doesn't do anything too crazy. Or okay, never mind. He's not even gonna check the pit. He's gonna pick up himself up the illusion room. He hears that Roshan has died, and they're gonna run. Aegis is on the ground. Who's gonna be picking up is a big question. Somebody pick up that Aegis. Night Stalker has no space. If you're a Night Stalker and you have no space, just sell your TP. And he also has his armlet on, so he's losing a lot of HP.
Never go out.
And he's gonna activate his Urn of Shadows. A very, very bad waste of Urn of Shadows. Turn off your armlet if you're not using it. Okay, now he's using. He can you can turn your armlet on and off. I mean, as most people probably know, but Night Stalker is losing a lot of damage. He's gonna TP back home to heal up, which is actually pretty funny. But he has the armlet on. Armlet takes away 40. It drains 40 HP per second, and now he just noticed his HP is still going down. Yeah. Anyway, we got a bit of a standoff down over here. It looks like Spin threw out a stun. This is ulti activated by Necrolite. Not, ooh, just barely enough damage to get the kill on top of Lina. The creep's helping out a lot. Meanwhile, Night Stalker is still taking a lot of damage. Ricky's gonna come in. He throws the cloud. He blinked strike on top of the Lich. It looks like, and there's Ricky going down. This is a tornado stick on top of Alchemist, so he's not able to do any damage. And oh my gosh, so many people around Alchemist. Alchemist does have the hood. He is pretty tanky. He is pretty tanky, but no, it's not enough. Meanwhile, Night Stalker still has his armlet on. Just because you have an armlet doesn't mean you can keep it on all the time, man. So he's losing a lot of HP. He just lost his bonus movement speed from the nighttime. I really want to see how long he keeps his armlet on. This is actually pretty funny. But anyway, Necrolite's healing up around the corner. Zeus, I don't know if Zeus saw him. As an observer ward placed over here by the Radiant, so you can see who's coming down the middle tower. A decent spot. Of course, other spots will be more preferred, but that's still a decent spot. Meanwhile, Night Stalker still taking a lot of damage. I want to see if he's gonna like die from this or something. TP coming in by the Lina. Lina did buy herself Booster Trap. She does have a bullet stone up. And there's a BKB activated by Night Stalker. You do not need to activate your BKB if there's nobody going to be engaging on you. BKB makes you magic immune, yes, but you didn't really need to activate it for that case. Meanwhile, and also, please turn off your armlet if you're not using it. At this moment, he's not using it. Meanwhile, Screaming Pain on top of Silencer. Silencer goes down faster than Koopy's ship. And there's the ulti from Lich, bouncing on people, bouncing on everybody. Queen of Pain does finally go down because of the bounce. The bounce came all the way back home. And Lich was able to get the kill. Meanwhile, Night Stalker's still taking a lot of damage from himself. And Sven's trying to do as much damage as he can. Night Stalker will probably throw another Urn charge on top of him. Why not? He has 6 Urn charges. Everybody keeps dying around him. But you really need to turn that armlet off if you're not using it. That's one thing. Do not keep your armlet on. Actually, let me see his first person point of view. Nope. Perspective. Night Stalker.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
As you see, this is Night Stalker's point of view. He is clicking on things. He's trying to click on his BKB. His BKB is on cooldown, so he's not able to get away. He did throw an Urn charge on top of himself, but it was not enough. And we're just going to continue to follow him, see what he does. Because I want to see if he ever turns it off. Nope, he's going to go ahead and TP back home because he wants to go heal. Meanwhile, we got engagement going on mid. I need to get back over there. We got engagement going on mid. We see Lich go down to the Alchemist. Very late return from me. Zeus did also try to nuke down the Alchemist, but like I said, he has that Hood of Defiance, so he's relatively tanky. And meanwhile, we got 2 people chasing him in full pursuit. Lina's around the corner. Lina throws out the stun. The stun hits on Alchemist, but Alchemist stunned up Lina before she was able to do anything else. Lina does not have her ulti right now, so she's not able to use it on him to try to nuke him down that last little bit. Meanwhile, Ricky's coming around the corner. He still has the same items. Lina's throwing on as many stuns as she can. Necrolite activates the mechanism. There's a big stun from Sven, and Ricky's going to be doing quite a bit of damage. A kill going to Alchemist. Alchemist has himself a Basher, which is pretty cool. I don't think I ever finished talking about the items, did I? I'm bad at this, guys. But anyway, Silencer looks like he's building himself a Rod of Atos. He has a Force Staff. He has a Tornado Stick, so he's relatively survivable. He can escape from almost anything, and he can also disable somebody. Lich has himself an Aghanim Scepter and a Mask of Madness. Mask of Madness not recommended at all on top of Lich. Mask of Madness, whenever you activate it, it does give you bonus move speed. It does give you bonus attack speed, yes, but it also makes you take an additional 30% of incoming damage. That's any type of damage. That's magic damage. That's physical damage. So it makes you squishier in general. So Mask of Madness and Lich is a relatively low HP person, so he can't really survive all that well. So having a Mask of Madness on him makes him drop a little faster than normal. And also his auto attacks, he doesn't really have all that much intelligence, so his damage is only 140. I'm sorry, no, that's not 140, 132. So it's not really all that lot. It's not really that much. Alchemist is getting chased. There's a 4-step activated by the Silencer on top of himself so he can get closer. There's a last word thrown on top of Alchemist. Alchemist throwing a spell or something so that way he will just be silenced. But no, he takes a disable as well. He's going to keep running because he can. Why not? And Queen of Pain is right behind him just to make sure nobody's following him. Meanwhile, we got somebody about to get caught. Sven is in a little bit of trouble. Nice Talker's trying to get around the corner, see if he can do anything. Who's this? Necrolite comes around the corner. Bad corner for him to come around. He will be going down to the Lina, regardless of what happens. There's the last auto attack, and he goes down. Oh, sorry. He went to the Silencer. Sorry, guys. Silencer has stolen 22 intelligence. Are you kidding me? So anyway, Ricky's hanging out around the corner. He has himself phase boots. Finally, he has himself some form of boots, but he will not be able to really use them. He's gonna blink strike on top of somebody, but it wasn't enough. Meanwhile, here's silence on top of somebody. I think silence was on top of Ricky. But BKB activated by the Night Stalker. He finally did turn off his armlet, guys. He finally turned off his armlet. He finally learned. Will he be turning back on to do some more damage? I don't know. A stun thrown by Spin. It hits 3. Because Night Stalker walked towards him, and here's Silencer going down. Silencer had his ulti up, so he's not able to use it. So now stick on top of Alchemist. Alchemist can't really go anywhere now. Spin gets slowed up by the Night Stalker, and there's a bounce. Oh my gosh, perfect bounce for Lich. Lich is happy with that bounce. He gets 2 kills from that essentially. Bloodstone popped by Queen of Pain, so Zeus gets a little free heal, and he's gonna keep running. Night Stalker's around the corner, see what he can do. Stun throw on top of Night Stalker. Lich is around the corner. Lich does not have his ulti right now, but he does have an active scepter. He will have that relatively soon. Alchemist is gonna try to do as much damage as he can to Night Stalker, but no, he will be losing his life in the process.
My trusty mount.
Burns, doesn't it?
And I'm gonna continue with the items because it's gonna take me forever. Oh, okay. Boots of Travel, Bloodstone on on Lena, and Armlet, Vanguard, BKB. I mean, really, nothing really too impressive. Going back to the Alchemist. Alchemist is trying to do what he can to carry his team by the looks of it. He is finally level 25. I think he's the highest level on the map. He's doing a lot of damage to Zeus. He did buy back. He does not want to die in this instance. He will not die by the looks of it. Zeus needs one more hit. There he goes. He finally goes down. Ricky is stunned up, but I don't know if they see him. The BKB activated on top of Night Stalker, but there's a Basher on top of Alchemist, so he doesn't care. He gives 0 kills. Leading to machine gunning the crap out of Alchemist, but he's had too much regen, too much heal coming from the Lich. Or sorry, coming from the Necrolite. He's gonna kill everybody. That was impressive. That was relatively impressive. So this, like, even no matter what level you play at, a farmed Alchemist is at the end of the day a farmed Alchemist, and he will still kill you. So I honestly thought that they were going to lose that fight, but Alchemist was able to just stay alive. Necrolite providing great support on the side, throwing the mechanism, throwing the death pulse whenever he could, making sure his carry stayed alive. Right now, Alchemist is definitely carrying this game. He says, "Don't stun creeps." Who's the from Sven? He was telling us to Sven, don't waste your stun on creeps. Yes, your stun costs a lot of mana, and you have clarity potions. Don't do that. Just go ahead and build yourself some type of mana regen. But anyway, Sven is building himself a BKB, not a did I say Scepter? I don't know if I said Scepter. He's building himself a BKB. Necrolite. Meanwhile, it looks like Necrolite finally found out how to dodge the disable from that. He's gonna go ahead and throw up the ability. There's a stun from Sven on top of Sorry, there's a stun from Sven on top of Silencer. Silencer four stabs himself away. Necrolite wanted to catch up, but a few more seconds he would have been able to ult him and kill him anyway. But no, it was not in time. There's the death pulse coming from Necrolite, and Ricky's in vision of the tower. He's silent, so he's now visible. Now Necrolite will be going down. Very sad for him. Queen of Pain is coming up to follow up. She gets the last hit on top of the tower. Meanwhile, Lena is attacking like a machine gun as always. She didn't, like I said, she did max her fire stall pretty early, so it's pretty decent for her. I don't really think I've ever seen her carry Lena. But anyway, Lena's gonna be going down regardless. Alchemist a little too powerful at this moment. The Basher Maelstrom, or sorry, the Basher Melnir give him all the attack speed he needs, plus that chemical rage doing a lot of damage to everybody. He's getting farmed everywhere. Look at this. Meanwhile, we got a standoff about to come mid. Mask of Madness on Lich was a really terrible idea for Lich. There's a much better. There are better uses for your gold. Like one, you can build the mechanisms for your team, Lich, so you can be survivable. You can also give your team that burst heal. You can also build a pipe if you really wanted to. Pipe. Or yeah, I think pipe. Yeah, pipe gives you the most HP regen of all items in the entire game. I found that out a little while ago. But you basically build a pipe and you get like plus 11 HP regen, which is actually pretty darn ridiculous. So if you build 6 pipes, you get 66 HP regen. So it's almost like a heart, but it takes up much more space, and it doesn't get deactivated. That's another thing. Anyway, Ricky built himself treads. I think he sold his phase boots and built treads. It might have been a recommendation from his teammates saying you don't really need that. That's a bad idea for you. So he probably just went ahead and bought treads by the looks of it. Lena is TP, and then she does have boots of travel, so she can do that. And these guys are gonna gang or join up together, meet up mid. Ricky's scouting out everything. There's no detective on side of Dire, so they don't know that Ricky's here. They don't know that Ricky can see him. On the other hand, Necrolite and Queen of Pain are pushing this top tower, and Ricky's continuing to do surveillance. He's acting as the scout. He's a scout for his team, letting everybody know where everybody's at. Night Stalker's about to come onto the high ground. Sven built himself a BKB. Night Stalker is trying to build himself what looks like an Aghanim Scepter, which is actually pretty darn cool. Oh, there's a Sven stun coming in, stopping everybody, slowing down everybody. And there's the Alchemist there's the Alchemist acid spray. Hurting everybody who comes around. BKB activated by Night Stalker. Very, very early BKB. The team fight is just now breaking out. This Lich Ultra will be here soon. No, Lich gets the beautiful cloud from Ricky. Very well played on his part. And here's Night Stalker taking a lot of damage. He's trying to run away. It is nighttime, so he's able to get away. He also has phase boots, so he can get out of there. Meanwhile, Lena's going to wait around the corner. The stun coming out from Alchemist, but he's not able to get there fast enough. I think Alchemist is finally getting the hang of this. And boom goes the dynamite. Anyway, Alchemist is building himself a heart. He went for that recipe first. Guys, seriously, please don't buy the recipe first unless you're about to die and you know you're gonna farm this item up anyway, and you have just enough gold for it. The recipe's expensive. Then buy the recipe. He has a courier bringing it to him at the moment. Okay, never mind. I take everything I just said. I take back. Alchemist already had the heart. He bought the recipe last. Okay, cool. But still, that still doesn't refute my point. Recipe does nothing for you. Just wastes his gold. The only reason why you have to buy it these days is because the game requires it. It's pretty stupid. I think it's ridiculous. But Alchemist did in fact build all the pieces for his heart first, and then he bought the recipe. So okay. Once again, I retract my past statement. So now there's a heart up on Alchemist, so he's hitting pretty darn hard. He also has that crazy HP regen when he's not getting hit. And there goes his ulti. There goes the stun on top of Night Stalker. Night Stalker's taking a lot of damage. He will be going down. Silence activated by Silencer. There's an ulti from Lena, but it's not doing any damage at all to Alchemist. Alchemist way too tanky. Ricky does go down. There goes the Silencer. Night Stalker's about to go down, but he's trying to run away. Stun thrown by Lena. It does hit too. And there's an Alchemist turned into a piggy by the Zeus, I think. Yeah, by the Zeus. And there's a Lich ulti bouncing on everybody. It might be the death of Necrolite, but I really doubt that Alchemist will be dying. Nope, Alchemist will be dying as soon as I say that. Does he have buyback is a big question. Alchemist does have buyback, but he's going to go ahead and save that. He's trying to do what he can, like I said, but it might not be enough. No, he does buyback. There's plus some activated by Lena because she died. And Queen Pain's going to go ahead and run away because Lich has more HP than she would want him to have at the moment. Meanwhile, Necrolite's hanging around the corner. Buybacks for everybody. Everybody's buying back. Lena buys back. Alchemist buys back. And almost everybody's alive. The Radiant really need to capitalize on this and go ahead and push and go ahead and win the game. It's as good a time as any. Despite the fact that Ricky's relatively new to the game, or probably more new than the rest of the guys, these guys are actually holding on pretty well. If we take a look at the gold graph, we can see it's heavily in favor of the Radiant. Oh, not heavily in favor of the Radiant. It was heavily in favor of the Dire, but hold on, we got Engagement coming on. Oh, stun hitting on. Beautiful stun by Alchemist. He's able to catch 2 in that, and they're also caught in the cloud. Lich is trying to run while he can. He's probably going to throw out his ulti. No, he's not going to throw his ulti. He's going to keep running. But yeah, like I said, the gold graph coming up tremendously from the advantage that Dire had just a few moments ago. As you can see, all these kills right here, basically Alchemist got really farmed. He was able to get a lot of kills. Meanwhile, Alchemist ulti did run out, but it doesn't matter. This ulti from Lich is bouncing on everything, but it's not bouncing on the right things, and he almost kills the entire creeper with it. Cool, but that's about it. The heart up on Alchemist is active. There we go. He gets hit by somebody. Whenever you get hit by somebody, the heart deactivates. So you lose that extra 2% HP regen, but where you're not getting hit and you get hit by creeps or neutrals, I think it also activates Roshan. But if you get hit by creeps, neutrals, and towers, you do get that 2% regen, which is actually pretty darn good. Meanwhile, Ricky's gonna hide around the corner, see what he can do. Night Stalker. Alchemist is silenced. Night Stalker is just all on top of him, but it doesn't matter. Alchemist is still hitting a lot of damage. Oh wait, I take it back. And this tower will be going down soon. Alchemist is waiting for that last hit. There we go. Queen of Pain gets the last hit.
Middle tower has fallen.
So Alchemist activate that Melnir on top of himself, so whenever things attack him, they will have a chance to chain lightning everything. Meanwhile, we're seeing a big standoff in the mid. They do need the Sven to be up here so he can throw out that stun. The stun is very useful for these guys. A stun hitting on 2 by the Alchemist. And there's the acid spray thrown on top. Nobody really wants to fight in that. There's ulti activated by Zeus, ulti activated by Lena. There's a piggy on top of Alchemist. Alchemist gets the ulti from Lich, and he's just gonna turn around and try to do as much damage. Tornado stick thrown on top of him by Zeus, by the looks of it, and Zeus kind of saved his life. Alchemist is gonna try to do as much damage as he can. He did buyback, so he probably doesn't want to die. He does go down. BKB very late by the Night Stalker, and they're gonna go for this Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain just blinks away. Meanwhile, there's a stun thrown out by the Sven. Beautiful stun. They need you earlier, Sven. And Sven will be going down. Meanwhile, what else is going on? Yeah, there we go. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain just blinks out. So his team, Sven's team, really need him. Where's Queen of Pain going? No, she's fucking. Oh my god, she goes down. That might have been a misclick. I don't really know, but it did cost her her life. So by the looks of it, Necrolite is building himself a sheep stick, so that way he can, or so that way he as well can disable that Night Stalker, because Night Stalker is becoming more of a problem. Night Stalker is only one piece away from his Aghanim Scepter. Once he has it up, he has pretty much OP vision. He finally uses his ulti. So this is Night Stalker's ulti at the moment. I'm very glad to see Night Stalker use his ulti. Still, big hint for Night Stalker. Whenever you're playing Night Stalker and you get that, and you get your ulti, use it as soon as nighttime starts, and you'll be able to use it probably at least 2 more times. Sometimes you'll be able to use it 4 times, depending on how fast the ulti comes back up. But anyway, here's Ricky doing a little bit of damage to everybody. He's taking a lot of damage from everybody else. There's a Frost Blast on top of him. Then nighttime ends. And there's a slow top thrown on top of Necrolite. Necrolite activates that mechanism so he can stay alive. He's going to continue to run. And these guys are going to continue to chase. But nope, he's able to get out alive. And Lena's taking a lot of aggro. She's taking a lot of damage from those towers. She backs up. She doesn't want to die just yet. She only has 3 Bloodstone charges, so it'll take her a while to come back alive now. Ron of Atil's finally up on top of that silencer. And as with that, what else? Nope, nothing really interesting. I mean, there's a tornado stick on top of. Nope, we already saw that. Anyway, Sven throwing out the stun. Ricky throwing on the cloud. BKB activated by Night Stalker. Night Stalker's going to try to turn around, see if he can get a kill. I don't think he'll be able to. He needs to activate those. Nope. Yeah, he's in a very bad spot now. He gets stunned up perfectly by Alchemist. That BKB does not last forever, people. And there's Alchemist getting disabled from the silencer. Last word. But Alchemist is still going to chase. He can. Why not? Activate those face boots so he can move a little bit faster. He probably would have caught up to at least one of these guys and picked them off. But he did not. Meanwhile, there are 4 siege creeps out here doing a lot of damage to these towers, which is actually pretty darn bad. Siege creeps do additional damage to buildings, so definitely kill those if you can, and also only focus buildings, so it's pretty darn hard to kill. Alchemist activates his stun. He is tornado sticked up by the silencer, and he will be able to throw his stun. And then he gets turned into a piggy. Silencer does have his ulti, so he can't use it if he really needs to. So much focus going on top of the Alchemist. There's another tornado stick. So he's not taking any more damage. This is silence thrown by Silencer, but Alchemist is getting regen during this whole entire time. He is losing focus a little bit. He finally goes down, but he was able to get the kill on top of the Silencer. Meanwhile, what else happened there? There's ulti from Necrolite, and Necrolite's able to get the kill on top of the Night Stalker. Oh, sorry, yeah, Night Stalker. And now Necrolite's gonna go ahead and run away. He's using that ability finally well. Ricky's trying to come in and see if he can pick up anybody, but he doesn't do any damage. He has two treads. Why do you have 2 treads? I don't understand.
Feel the chill.
Okay, so Ricky has 2 set of treads. Okay, I understand you have 2 feet, but you don't need 2 boots. But anyway, Sven throws out the stun and hits everybody, and Alchemist is loving this buffet. He's gonna go ahead and try to get the kill on top of Zeus. If he activates those phase boots, yes, he does activate those phase boots. No, he does not. If he activates those phase boots, he will be able to catch up to him. Come on, Alchemist, phase boots is all you need. Just phase. Nope, he throws out the stun, hits both these guys, and he's also caught inside the Lena's stun. And there's a stun thrown out by Sven. These guys are going to go down. Lich gets healed up by a little bit. Lena only has 4 charges on her Bloodstone now. And meanwhile, the bottom tower is getting pushed in. Somebody needs to come back and defend this. If these siege creeps stay here and continue to do damage, this tower will probably lose half health, which is not good at all, especially considering there's another wave down here. So these things will be able to attack this tower for forever. So this tower will probably be going down by itself, seeing as how nobody's responding. Maybe Necrolite's coming down here, I don't know, but somebody needs to TP down here very soon. Because, like I said, this thing is already past half health. They're going to go ahead and seize the mid, try to go for mid racks. which is cool and all since they lost their own mid ranks. This will equalize the lanes a little bit. There's a tornado stick on top of Alchemist. Alchemist is disabled, but it doesn't matter. And there goes the disable on top of him. He's not able to attack. Sven's doing Silencer doing a lot of damage to Sven. Sven will be going down. Necrolite could have saved his life with the mechanism, but no, he did not use it fast enough. This ulti activated by the Necrolite, not fast enough. Alchemist is about to stun himself. Alchemist is able to throw out the stun just in time. The Lich ulti bounced on everybody. Alchemist is running for his life. He actually phase boost finally, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna go down regardless. And a double kill goes to Silencer. Also a double kill on Lich. Was that a double kill? That was a double kill.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So Ricky's going to be running around the corner, just derping on around. He has himself 2 pair of boots, so that way he can run twice as fast. Why not? Because movement speed definitely does not stack. But anyway, I think Ricky might be misled. It seems he's trying to build himself an Orchids. That was just me guessing. Queen of Pain did come around the corner. What is this? Sven is called out by the Silencer, or by the Night Stalker. He can't activate his BKB to get away. Ulti by Zeus will be soon. No, Zeus does not have his ulti, but Sven's going to continue to run. There he goes. He finally goes down. He could have activated BKB, so he could continue that run. But it does not look the case. Meanwhile, we got Night Stalker activating that BKB, attacking that tower. BKB does not protect you from damage. BKB does not protect you from damage. BKB does not protect you from damage. It does not protect you from magic damage. Let me specify. Let me be specific when I repeat things like that. But anyway, Night Stalker's middle tower from Radiant does go down. These guys are just going to go ahead and push all they can. And the Ancient's going to be going down. GG, well played, thrown out by the Necrolite. And this game was really weird, as I expected. So basically, to be honest, I think it was mainly just a lack of proper knowledge on all the items, on all the abilities. But the more you play Dota, the more you learn. So I will not put these guys to the gun or put these guys to the hatchet just because of that. All in all, still interesting game. I was able to hit a lot of interesting points. I was able to stay regen a lot of times. I was able also to say, Ricky, please buy some items, and he finally did buy some items. Probably not favorable items, but he did definitely buy some items, so good for him. What else? Other things to note. I'll just go down the list like I did that one time. Basically for Necrolite, this video was sent in by Necrolite. That one guy, TY, so big shout out to Necrolite. Thank you for sending this video. I'm always open to the newer videos, especially, so that way I can say, hey, you guys shouldn't do this. I can wag my finger a little bit, and then I can sound cool, sound like I know what I'm talking about. But basically, in general, you built relatively well. The Aghanims, if you're going to be building carry Necrolite, you usually want to build the mechanism and then build some form of mana regen and then build the Aghanim Scepter. It looks like you were going for Aghanim Scepter towards the end, but all in all, you played decently. As far as when you were in lane, you did take a lot of disables from the Silencer. You did not have to take those at all. You can just activate Death Pulse. Death Pulse is relatively spammable. It heals you, and Silencer's last word does... Silencer's last word will only silence you as opposed to disable you, which might not seem like a lot, but it gives you that nice little feeling. It's like, okay, he only disabled, he only silenced me, he didn't disable me. But that's just a side thing. I mean, all in all, like I said, you did play relatively well. Your positioning was a little bad, but everybody else's position was pretty bad, so it kind of equalized everything. As far as Sven goes, Sven, clarity potions. This game lasted almost an hour long, and you still have clarity potions. That's not a good sign. Build some form of mana regen, Urn of Shadows maybe, Basilius, I don't know, some form of mana regen, some form of consistent mana regen that doesn't require you to have a consumable. I can't think of any items off the top of my head right now. Oh yeah, maybe Battle Fury. I mean, it sounds a little redundant, but Cleave does stack 100%, so Battle Fury on you would be pretty cool. You would do more damage. But as far as specifically Sven goes, I'm not too sure on what Sven builds for mana regen, but you still need to have some form of that. As far as Alchemist goes, Alchemist, you tried your hardest, you did what you could. The early game was actually pretty weird. You did take a lot of disables that you didn't really have to from the Silencer, because you can basically just activate your silence, or activate your stun. As soon as he put the silence on top of you, the silence only lasts for, I think, 5 seconds or 4 seconds. So you have been able to throw your stun after the silence. That's a little bit of play that you could have done. You could have also throw out your acid spray if it was off cooldown to get rid of the disable that was coming your way. But like I said, you were the carry for your team. You were doing a whole crap ton of damage. And this does prove the fact that despite what your skill level is, a farmed alchemist is a farmed alchemist, and he still will kill you. Ricky, oh my gosh, a lot of things to say towards you, man. First things first, please buy some items. Don't spend all your money on Regen. You spent a fortune on Regen, and it did not pay off. Let's just assume that for the first 15 minutes, you were buying only clarity potions. Oh, sorry, for the first 16 minutes, you were buying only clarity potions and healing sounds, which is about right. And say every 2 minutes you were buying 2 of each. So that's basically 8 times 100. Sorry, 8 times 200, which is 1600. Yeah, 1600. Plus the clarity potions, which is 8 times 50. So that's 400. Is that 400? Yeah, that's 400. So 400 plus 1600, that's 2,000 gold going down the drain. That's 2,000 gold that could have went towards your orchids that you were trying to build, which I don't recommend at all, but still an item is an item. Which is 2,000 gold towards a diffusal blade, which Ricky usually builds, which is also 2,000 gold that could have been going towards a perseverance for a Lincolnsphere or something, for anything. I mean, of course, Lincolnsphere would still be weird. I mean, like I said, I really don't know what Ricky builds either, but I mean, something for Regen. Lincolnsphere is not all that bad on anybody. I mean, you can go Lincolnsphere with just about anybody. And I'll leave that point at that because, like I said, my knowledge on what Ricky builds is not as high level as you guys might want it to be. So I'm not going to say too much on it. Now moving on to Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, you did play really decently, really well. You had a Dagon recipe for about 5 hours. If you're going to build the Dagon recipe, just go ahead and build the Dagon. Don't worry about anything else, just build the Dagon. If you're not going to build the Dagon that fast, then do not buy the recipe. I think the recipe costs just as much as the Staff of Wizardry, but even if it does, like, okay, the Dagon recipe costs more than the Staff of Wizardry, so definitely go for that Staff of Wizardry, because it gives you damage and also increases your mana pool, as opposed to having the recipe, 1, take up a spot in your inventory, and 2, benefit you absolutely none, or give you absolutely no benefits. That's what I'm trying to say. But as far as how your play was, you did roam around, you did gank, which was actually really decent. I was glad to see that. There's a few times I was casting, or a few times I was trying to commentate on a team fight, but you were just there from the middle to help out with the team fight. So it definitely did help your team out. So as far as how your roaming is, definitely continue doing that. But the only thing I could think of that I thought was weird was the fact that you had that Dagon recipe for about 5 hours. Anyway, moving on to the dire side. As far as the dire side goes, Silencer, you were spamming your abilities. I highly agree with that. That's what you're supposed to do. You did a good job. Everybody ate a lot of silencers from you. Everybody ate a lot of disables from you. Continue to do that. All I have to say is when a team fight does break out, use your ulti to initiate, because your ulti is really good. It silences everybody on the enemy team, and your team can just go in and do a lot of damage. Having a 4-staff, having a Rod of Atos, having a Yule Scepter Divinity, that basically means that you do a lot of damage. So you were starting to play a semi-carry, or starting to play a carry role towards the end, which is actually really good. Maybe if the game would have went a little bit better for your team. Well, actually, hold on, never mind. I take that back. Your team did win, so that did help out. But I honestly don't think you were actually the carry. Honestly, Night Stalker was, because he was just tanky as crap, so they couldn't really kill him that fast. But at any rate, just work on your positioning. Your position was relatively bad from what I saw. There was a few times you were up a little bit too far. There was a few times you were just standing there just waiting for them to kill you, which they actually did. So that did not work out in your favor. Moving on to Lich. Lich, you did play pretty well. You did throw out a lot of ultis that were pretty on point. They bounced on everybody. They hit everything. Just don't build a Mask of Madness. Two reasons why. One, like I said before, it makes you extremely squishy, and 2, you didn't use it at all, so why have it? I mean, yeah, cool. What was it 15% lifesteal? That's not even that much. Okay, 17% lifesteal. Okay, you get 17% lifesteal, and you do 100 damage total. That's like 17 HP that you're getting every time that you attack something. That's not a lot. You don't need, like, you can just get yourself a mechanism and just be done with it. A mechanism gives you how much regen? Somebody has a mechanism. A mechanism gives you passive 4 regen plus. No, yeah, okay. A mechanism gives you passive 4 regen. So basically, instead of auto attacking one time, you can just wait for, what is that, 3 seconds or 4 seconds and get the same amount of HP. And on top of that, a mechanism gives you an active ability that burst heals everybody. So instead of having Mask of Madness, just build a mechanism. Lifesteal is overrated. I gotta be honest, lifesteal is really overrated. Unless you're a carry, unless you're somebody who can attack fast and do a lot of damage at once, don't get lifesteal. It's not a good idea. It's a terrible idea. Just build some regen or something. But like I said earlier, your ultis were on point. Your positioning was relatively good, but that's mainly because everybody else is out of position, so your position was decent versus everybody else's kind of bad positioning. Let's go into Zeus. As far as Zeus goes, I don't really remember what I did not like about your play, but I think it probably went along the lines of not playing aggressive. No, playing too aggressive. Okay, I'll just say a few things about Zeus. One, Zeus is a or like almost all other intelligence heroes. He's a relatively squishy hero. He needs to have really good positioning. I'm just gonna assume that your positioning was bad, so work on your positioning. But honestly, that's not really much of a critique because that comes with gameplay. The more you play Dota, the more you're working in position, the better you'll learn. Okay, I need to be here. I need to know this. Oh, your ulti. Use your ulti at the beginning of team fights, mainly because if a team fight breaks out and you wait till the very end to use your ulti, there's two things that could happen. One, you could die, so then you won't be able to use your ulti at all. And two, if somebody has 10 HP and they're just barely escaping, and you use your ulti and your ulti does 300 damage, what is that? That's 290 damage that is wasted. You could have used that 290 damage at the beginning of the fight and did all that damage to them before and made your team fight that much easier. I think I did see you use it a few times at the beginning of your fight, but try to get in the habit of using it at the beginning of the fight, especially if you build an Aghanim Scepter, which you did not build, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really apply, but especially if you build an Aghanim Scepter. I really do like the fact you built a sheep stick because the sheep stick was really nice versus that alchemist. If you turn alchemist to a sheep, he can't do anything to you. Moving on to Lena. Lena, you were playing extremely aggressively. That's all I really had to say about you. I honestly don't agree with rushing for Bloodstone that fast. That's another thing I'll say about that. You did have boots, and I think you had boots, and you had a perseverance for the longest. That's basically give you no way to survive. I think what I see from Lena's a few times, especially the playing supportive role, they build drums that gives you some decent intelligence, that give you some way to tank up, and also gives you a nice a nice aura for your team. But as far as rushing straight for Bloodstone, that basically means that you're not going to be playing a supportive role, which you didn't play a supportive role, so I'll give you that. But that basically means you're not going to be playing a supportive role at all, and Lena is pretty decent at a supportive role. And to be honest, all this is coming from the fact that I was expecting you specifically to play a supportive role, but you weren't. You were being aggressive. You used your ulti at the beginning of engagements. I totally agree with that. But just don't aim for the guy with the most magic resistance. I think there was a lot of times where Alchemist was standing there. He was full HP. He had that hood up, and you just tried to ulti him to nuke him down. Your ulti doesn't do a lot of damage late game, relatively speaking, mainly because a lot of people build magic resistance by that time. So that's usually a reason why you don't see Lena in those favorable positions towards the end. You see her become more useless and start to play just that stun role. Like people play her mainly because of her stun, as far as I understand. And to be honest, I don't really understand all of that far as pro goes, but I do understand relatively far. Moving on to the last person, last but not least, Night Stalker. All I really have to say, actually no. I have to say a few things about you. First thing, turn off your armlet. I'm pretty sure you figured that out towards the end, but yes, definitely turn off your armlet. And then, other than that, you were playing pretty well. You did get that Vanguard. You were pretty tanky. You were playing that tanker role with air quotes for your team. Just please don't get into that mentality that tank is a role to play in Dota, because I think I had this argument with somebody else before. Yeah, sure. You can play this tank. You can play that tank role. You can try to build all as tanky as possible, build all the magic resistance, build all the armor, and do no damage. Sure, but even if you're tanky as crap, you're still gonna die extremely fast if you get caught out. Anybody in this game will die extremely fast if they get caught out between 3 players. I'll put a limit on. I'll put a number. If you get caught out by any 3 heroes, even 3 supports who have a lot of stuns and disables, you will probably die no matter how tanky you are. And I'm probably going to receive a few angry letters about saying that, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I mean, there's no such thing as a tank role. There's a such thing as a person who's hard to kill. Yeah, sure, you were extremely hard to kill. Also, your BKB, you kept popping your BKB at the worst possible times. BKB does not protect you from physical damage. It only protects you from magical damage and also stuns and disables, except for things that go through BKB, which are a few things. So this is where things become confusing. I'm not going to go on the details on that, but just know that there are a slew of abilities that do go through BKB, and a basher is one of them. The bash that basher gives you is one of those abilities. So even though you're all magic immune and stuff, you can still get bashed, you can still get stunned, you can still get disabled. There are ways to get around BKB. So be extremely careful about that. And also don't use them when you're attacking towers. Unless there's somebody unless the entire team is converging or you got stun coming towards you. You got to work on your timing on using your BKB. So, for Night Stalker, final thoughts on Night Stalker. Just don't get into that mentality of trying to build tanker role. That's really all I can think of what I had to say about that. I kind of lost my train of thought, but whatever. That's all I had to say about everybody. This was a pretty decent, or pretty interesting game. Pretty decent watch. Pretty decent thing for people to watch to see what not to do. Definitely, please don't do what Ricky did. Please don't build healing cells and clarity potions 20 minutes into the game. That's an inefficient use of gold, and you're going to lose a lot of money. And you're going to lose a lot of games if you keep doing that. So hopefully Ricky was just trolling, or hopefully this was just Ricky's first game. He's still learning. If he's still learning, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, next time please attempt to do this, or I'll just throw out as much constructive criticism as I can. But anyway, so that's all I really had to say about this game. This was, like I said, sent in to me by the Necrolite, by that one guy, TY. Thank you for sending me this in. I'm accepting almost every single replay that I get. I have actually 2 more to do today. One is one that I'm actually in. Actually, wait, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, actually, no, I will say that. One's one that I'm actually in. I thought it was a very interesting game. I'm not going to tell you if I won or lost. Chances are I probably lost if I was in the game. Spoiler alert. But anyway, and also I got another one I'm going to be doing next. I don't remember who it was, but yes, big shout out to you. Oh, also, my YouTube. As far as YouTube goes, I have 1 extra subscriber. Let me go ahead and look them up, since I am obviously spending a lot of time talking at the end of this. So, Google, YouTube. Oh yeah, once again, big shout out to the Google Plus community page for Dota 2. You guys are showing me a lot of love. You guys are sending me a lot of videos, and are sending me a lot of replays. That's pretty much where I'm getting all my replays from at the moment, and I really appreciate that. So I can actually have something to start working on, and then I'll start building up for you guys, and then hopefully I'll start getting comments, and then I'll start getting famous, and then I'll be like Purge one day. Yay! Yeah, one day. Anyway, big shout out to Z-Shock. That's my new subscriber on YouTube. Once again, especially at the beginning of this, I will be giving a shout out to all of my subscribers, or all my new subscribers whenever I get them. And I'm also up to, I think, 400 views on top of YouTube. So thank you guys for watching my stuff. Thank you guys for showing me that showing me that somebody's watching. I highly appreciate that. As far as what else I had to say after that, not really much. So my name is Cool Blue. It's about you guys. Viewer replay cast number 5, I think. Is this 5? This is viewer replay number 6. I'm sorry. Viewer replay number 6. Please let me know what you guys think of my casting. Let me know if you have any criticisms, but please keep them constructive, because destructive doesn't solve much of anything. I'm always looking to improve. I'm always looking for your feedback. I'm always looking for stuff to improve. I think I already said that. But anyway, that's really it. I'm not really sure what else I can say to make this outro much smoother, but I'll see you guys whenever.